Hello and welcome to VR Reviews. Today we'll be taking a look at my custom Storm Collectibles Bane. So yes, this is a custom that I've been planning on doing for quite a while, and I finally got around to doing it. And it is of Bane, which is a Batman villain that I'm fairly fond of. But he's never gotten a figure that was especially good, except for the CNC DCUC one, and that's expensive, and I don't want to buy it. So I made this instead, and I think it came out fairly well. I have a few minor problems with it, but it's tolerable, and I think it'll fill the Bane hole that I had. Now let's go ahead and take a closer look at it. Alright, here you can see Bane. He is mostly composed of the DC Superheroes Bane and the Storm Collectibles Hulk Hogan, the original release. The head, venom tubing, and shirt are from Bane. The shirt is a little bit ill-fitting, and I might tighten that up at some point, but I haven't done so yet. It works well enough for the time being. And the head, while being a little bit small, I think works, especially for somebody that's meant to be big and bulky. The head being a little small kind of works in that kind of aesthetic. And then almost everything else is the Storm Collectibles Hulk Hogan with the decals and stuff stripped off of him. The only other parts that were used was a little rubber strap to attach his venom tube to his arm and a belt from a NECA Marcus Phoenix because I didn't have any other sort of belt that would work for Bane, and this belt's a similar sort of design to Bane's, so it works well enough. And all that stuff together will give you this Bane, and he will look like this. As I said before, I'm pretty fond of the way it turned out. He looks like Bane, and that's really the main concern, so I'm fine with all of that. In terms of size, he's a bit bigger than your standard 6-inch American sort of figure. The standard depiction of Bane is not all that tall. The DC Wiki has told me that he's 6'8", so he's just a slightly taller than average human being. He's not like a hulking behemoth, although I have seen him depicted that way. So I think him being this size is fine for a 6-inch figure. He's a bit taller than average and noticeably buffer than average, so that's all fine by me. He retains all of his articulation from the original Storm Collectibles figure, so there's nothing to complain about there. And that's pretty much it. It's a fairly simple recipe. I imagine anybody could do that if they had the parts for it. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that, and until next time, goodbye!